divers, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, and we are returning for more Satisfactory gameplay with Satisfactory. Just got done activating the music before I forgot. And we are back here where I have completed the reorganized Motorworks. Ahoy Twitch, ahoy YouTube, and ahoy Rumble. Ahoy Mojo. I finished Fuba Season 2, by the way. I was, without spoilers, I will say that I was emotionally disappointed with the development that happened, that was previewed at the end of, or teased at the end of Season 1, that developed into a major plot point for Season 2. But it sets up the plot for, or the ending sets up a plot for Season 3 if we get one. But yeah, I was definitely struggling with whether or not I was going to hate her once the truth was revealed or not. And they wrote her... Here's something I will say. The writers did a very good job of keeping you in suspense on whether or not you were correct to hate her, or if you were supposed to hold on in case she actually was not dark side like they portrayed, and that she convincingly portrayed as well. So we'll have to see. It'll be a couple years probably down the road if we get a Season 3, but I will tune in when it does happen. So anyways, I have concrete and copper coming in from over here. I've got the foundry set up over here to make the iron ingots, which will come around this way. Feed into these guys, feed down to the next level into these guys. These guys are making screws and rods to feed into our assemblers for the rotors. And then with the industrial evolution, I really only needed to have one constructor for the to make all the iron pipes I needed. I did like Fubar Mojo, in case that hadn't come across. I liked it. I liked Season 1 better than I liked Season 2, but still, they were good seasons, both of them. Anyways, so we got iron pipes, all 240 iron ore. Oh no, I just realized something. This is a constructor. It's gonna need ingots. And oops, because I did it again. I've missed this step. Iron ore into, it needs to have a smelter. So, let's rearrange this just a little bit. I keep doing that. I don't understand why I keep forgetting steps. Especially those steps, like having a foundry. You'd think that would be like ingrained in my memory, considering how many times I've already forgotten to do it, but I don't know. But we're gonna, I think, plop it down here. It shouldn't clip in with the arm. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We need to join these. And they were going to be... Where was that? Where was the merger at? I think it was here, so... Started playing Diablo 4 on PlayStation... Definitely not what you expected. Oh, you know, that's Soda's complaint too. Is it wasn't what he was expecting to have when it came out. Oh, let's go ahead and do this. We'll do that. It's too low for me to comfortably hear. There we go. Smelter. Oh no, it's only 90 per minute. Yeah. Hey, cleared it. Cool. Alright. So anyways, as I was saying, we're going to put 120 into there to make the iron pipes. We got the copper coming in. It goes into the assembler. Those make the stators. Stators go into the one assembler I need for 10 motors. And that goes into a dimensional depot uploader. And the overflow will go into here. And this is also, it's also linked so extra stators and extra rotors will also go into the cloud or get fed into the awesome sink. As far as the first one I've ever played, and for some reason I was not expecting top down with no camera movement at all. Huh. I've played Diablo 2. I don't remember, I don't think I ever played Diablo 1, but I did play Diablo 2, so I do know, and I've played a little teeny tiny bit of Diablo 3, so yeah, it's the, what am I trying to say? The top down is not expected given the cinematic you're given at the beginning of the game. Okay, so I need to, yeah, whoops. It's not what I wanted, darn it. Get back up there. How many of these are we going to need? 240. 3 of them at 80 will give us 240. So it needs to be smelter mark 2. Definitely gonna have to do some rearranging here. Like this thing is gonna have to move, that thing's gonna have to move. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to send this further down the line. Hook these up further down the line. May have to just straight up turn this guy around. So see, you didn't completely miss the building of the motor works. Let's see, where is my merger? That. Oh shoot, that needs to be Mark II miner. There we are. Okay. Okay, fine. Come on. There we go. Ah, come on. Darn it. Alright, now we can do, I think, 3 smelters across this gap. I would honestly, Mojo, given what I know, recommend Diablo 2 over Diablo 3 or 4, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of any of the Diablo games. It's just, they're just not, A, they're not my style, and B, they're not really my type of story. So I got them because I was curious. I wanted to see what they were like, and then played them for a little bit and was like, this is not for me. Oof. That's going to be a tight fit. I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to do 80. But check it out. These guys are, with Industrial Evolution, I finally unlocked the daisy chain power or wiring that I can do. I think it was given to me when these guys were at Mark II, but I wasn't paying enough attention, I guess, to say, hey, there they are. I also forgot they were there for a minute. Like, I forgot that I was supposed to be doing that as well. Oh, that's gonna fit. Oh, good. Okay, cool. So that means, oops, that's not what I wanted. Oops. I think we should do that a little bit differently. That should work. But this also needs to be a Mark III. Okay, so that's all wired up. This is gonna... where's the power for you guys? Because the miner's in the way of that now. But we can hook this up to here. We can't do the miners don't let us daisy chain, so we're gonna have to do that, and then I think daisy chain off of that one, only because it was free on PS Plus. Aha, okay. Well, at least no money lost then. Okay, so let's check our power. So we got these guys all powered. Those guys are powered, or they will be powered once I hook up the main pole. That's powered. That's going to need powering from this one. Oh, I should show this really quick. So, because I was doing the screws up above and down here, I needed to join them all together. So I had to use this. But because the other two were doing rods, I had to get them down here. So I did raised them up and sent them over the top of this one and into there as an attempt to compress everything into a platform and also get it so they can all hook up. So that's why this looks a little funky. Stand by, I need to hydrate. Okay, so, but these are all powered. I realized I had these beams available. So I did the beams, I put up the, whatever you want to call these, that I have apparently forgot to hook up like that. But these guys, I think I could daisy chain, but the angle is such that the power thingy is behind the furnace assembly for the foundries, so I had to use these instead. I was going to use them up here too before I realized, hey, I should see if I got the daisy chaining unlocked. And by the time I figured that out, I was like, well, I don't need to do anything over here then. Okay, so that's all wired, that's all wired, these are all wired. The only oh, hey, also, check it out. I knew I didn't want to get too far into building everything today, well, over the weekend, so I built myself some hypertube transportation. Ta-da! I even got it built up there, and well, when I built this, or as I was building this, I realized I was running out of power, so I ended up having to... Here, let me do this first. Whee! I even figured out the extra propulsion steps needed to make me able to go faster, which came in handy for these ascents. But yeah, so I set these guys up as Mark IIs at one point, and then I was like, I'm actually going to need to wait on that because I was running off of battery power for the longest time and did not realize. So I ended up disconnecting the these two factories here and this factory over here from power. Oh, I can delete that. That was helping guide me through setting up the hypertubes. So yeah, currently we are not making versatile frameworks. We finished the number that we needed to have for phase 3, so that's done. But we're not making any more, and we're not making any more smart plates for now, or adaptive wiring until I can get more power going. But I need to get my motors going before I can do that. So that part of that factory is going to be powered. Also, since we're here, let me also show you this. Industrial framework. I've unlocked vehicle upgrades. These are not rechargeable. I ended up talking to the mod developer briefly on Discord, and he said these are not powered as of yet. But we've got the vehicles upgraded. Manufacturer Mark II. Let's see, I turned this in, so I've got Assembler Mark II and Foundry Mark II. Got that turned in. So we got the coal power generator Mark II. When we can supply enough coal and water to those coal power generators. It's like 60 coal per minute, and then they each need 180 water per minute. So I'm hoping somewhere along the way here there's water extractor Mark IIs. I've not seen them yet, so I'm not sure we're actually going to get that. But we've got other things that we need phase 3 parts to unlock the next few tiers here. That's a phase 5 right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and head back to the motorworks. Get that going. Whoops. I forgot. I missed my turn. There's a button I have to push when I'm coming up on the junction to choose the direction of movement. So there we go. Whee! But yeah, I ended up doing a booster anytime I have to do an ascent. Thump. Whoops, and I gotta work that out too. So I shouldn't need to have a booster on this end, but for some reason I do. I think I rigged it up because otherwise I would fall out on this side, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. See, I think that's, I could try taking this one out. That could work. So I'm getting curious. Thump. And then let's try going back. Oh yeah, see? I mean, it kind of works as an injector, I guess. Okay, so where are we? We're trying to hook this up to power. I think we can just go right to there. Okay, I'm going to do another save really quick so I can troubleshoot if things go wrong. Boop. Also, I need to run, I just realized I need to run power out to the miners over there. So we're gonna put this here. Whoops. Maybe not. But this stuff will all charge up for when we're getting those supplies. Won't be waiting for iron at the very least. How far can you go? About that far, okay. Where are we gonna put you? Yeah, I guess we could just put you here. And go boop, boop. So yeah, we've got wiring being made over here. So we don't have to worry about trying to fit the wiring production in on the other side. We'll have limestone coming in. Oh shoot, I need I need power. Okay, let's load that back up. So I just realized I can put any materials that I have outstanding into one of these guys, because I think I'm carrying around some iron ore. Yep. And then might actually be carrying around some limestone that I can put in these guys. Am I carrying any rods and or screws I can put in, or any wiring? Just I need some space. Yeah, I can put in some pipes. I can dump in some wiring. For that matter, I can also do some, drop in some stators. Can drop in some motors here. Drop in some rotors on these. Actually, I could just put them here. Doop. I think that's all. Okay, so okay, so that takes care of that. And then I just realized I have this here, so I can do a power pole off of it. Oh, I can almost get to that corner. Put this here? No. And we can put it, let's see, we can daisy chain this guy to these guys. This somehow never got set. This needs 80 per minute. So is this a wrong smelter? No, it's right smelter. Oh no, I did it again. Why the heck do I not ever get this right? See, 80 from the miner, or 80 from the miner into the smelter. Okay. Okay. So how do I have you wrong? Or is it a ratio thing? Yeah, 40 and 40. Okay. So 40 makes it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not goofing at making that same mistake for a third time. Okay. Yeah, I think that's correct. Just looking at the speed of the conveyor belts and like going, is that right? It doesn't seem to like it's filling up, but it's 270 parts per minute, only doing 180. So looks like it's gonna do gaps. Let's see if we can get up here so I can see. Here it comes. Sadly, I still need Mark IV conveyor belts to make this as efficient as it can be. But at least it'll make some motors for us. There goes some stators. There go the rotors. Okay. Now on this end, what do we got? There they go. Motors being uploaded. Woo! Should also be seeing once this guy fills up, if he ever does with rotors and stators, we'll start seeing overflow come in from these sides, and they'll either get uploaded or filtered out. My only concern is we might get jammed up at some point where we can't we've got rotors and stators in the queue, but they can't be uploaded because the stack is full. So I'll have to remember that, I think. So this may come back and bite us. We'll have to try and keep this in mind. But in the meantime, there are motors, and somehow I have ingots up. How do I have ingots uploaded? No, I've got limestone leaves that I accidentally uploaded at some point. Darn it. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so now that that's accomplished, we're gonna go look at if we can make the versatile framework factory and motor and smart plate factory more efficient. But because we don't have the power we need, we're actually going to go look at seeing about getting some upgrading the coal power plant, or expanding the coal power plant. Because like I said, we don't have level Mark II water extractors. We do have Mark II miners, so we can provide more coal, but without the extra water, we may have to add coal generators versus upgrading the ones we've got, despite the fact that we've got what we need to do it despite the fact we've got the coal power generators available. Do. So I did it. This is my configuration for getting a boost right off the bat. Then when I arrive on this end, I kind of just go boop. Alright, so let's take a look at this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create Coal Power Mark II. Show you what's required here. 180 cubic meters per minute of water, and I don't have any coal. Actually, I can. So 60 per minute here. So that means these are quadrupling the amount of resources needed and quadrupling the amount of power we get. So that would come in handy if we could figure out how to get the water. The other problem I have, if I just wanted to overclock these water extractors, is I don't have pipes, the Mark II pipes unlocked yet. And to get those required, let's see, where's the button? So let me bring this up and I'll show you how far down the list the Mark II engineering is. All the way down here. So we gotta get all the way through tier 5, or we need to at least get heavy modular frames. I mean, we could probably collect enough heavy modular frames, but we need to get plastic and rubber in order to get this, in order to get the Mark II pipes, which is slightly frustrating that it's that far down the line. Logistics Mark IV even requires rubber, so we may end up. Oh hey, jetpack. So I'm thinking about doing is just expanding the coal, just doing more coal Mark I coal plants, and just doubling out the output from the miners to be able to feed them. Still requires water extractors though, so what I'm going to do see, we had a look at this too, right, where like if we could do compacted coal, it would also expand our coal or our stuff, but nearest coal was, or nearest sulfur was too far away, and it's also impure. So yeah, I think for the moment our best bet is to just use Mark I coal generators. Just gotta figure out where to get them set up. I'm thinking along this way. Ooh, excuse me. So we've got, and if we double the output from these guys, then we could do, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, another 16 coal generators, maybe. But that requires having another 4 of these, which they're also overclocked. So I don't know. I don't think it's worth overclocking these another set, because I don't know if these pipes can handle the throughput. What I'm thinking about doing is just setting up, like mirroring this arrangement over here. Only question is, do we also mimic the batteries? Because these actually, having these saved my butt, because I did not realize I was over budget on power, and these guys actually lasted a good long while. They would have completely, they drained the, I forget how many hours I was running them, but by the time I realized I had a problem, I came up and they still had like a third of a charge. So it was definitely we had a payoff there. Actually, I want to check something. We have, oh yeah, we have Mark II power storage now, but we don't have the heavy modular frames in order to build them, so I'll probably stick with these guys. Let's see, how many squares was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Can we do another 9? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, probably not. Not if we also want to have water extractors. As it stands, I don't know if I'll be able to do 4 water extractors on this side. Let's find out. Resources not deep enough. Okay, so they'd have to be over on this side. Which I think we can fit them. Yeah, you're right. So we could extend this way and then mirror the batteries as well. Okay, so let's zoop zoop. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. So what was it? 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. We're gonna need to do some hedge trimming. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Oops, wrong button. So we'd have to reach this far. Maybe. Okay, that one was superfluous. Perfect. Okay. Okay, game. Don't embarrass me and make it so that I didn't have to go as far out in order to do this. Ooh, as it stands, these guys may need to move. We'll see. Okay, that's centered. Make sure it's facing the right way. Yep. Oh, we need to recharge. We're out of pops. Okay, it looks like we're going to be fine, and I didn't need to extend this out that far. Dang it, oh well. Might still just simply because, well, I mean, if the splitter's gonna fit here, yeah, might as well. Okay. The floor hose. Forgetting how close they were on this side. Oh, that's why it's 9, because I've got a double bank. Okay. So, yeah, this steel factory stuff's probably going to have to get moved. So we'll just set up these for this row first, and then we'll move those, and don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Why is that? Forgot why I looked at that and what the result looked like. Okay, so it's only yeah, this needs to go out. Probably to there. Oh no, that's okay. We are going to have to move this sooner. that, dump that, dump that, and for now, dump that. Okay. Yeah, we'll work on this row first. So this splitter needs to be out far enough they can go past the piping like that. Did I put gaps between these guys or no? Doesn't look like it. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there should be 8. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. What? Did I not start this soon enough? I did not. Okay. Needing reinforced iron plates. While we're waiting for those, let's put these in. I'm trying to think if there's any good conversation we could have. I did catch in Fubar, I did catch some of the references to previous Schwarzenegger films. I did appreciate the Danny DeVito reference. And the whole, I'll be back in about 2 hours. I don't know, did I forget to leave room? No, I think I can fit power poles back here. Remember the first season being full of get to the chopper moments. Glad they sprinkled more one-liners from different films in season 2. Yeah, that was good. Oh, whoops! I put this in the wrong place. These in the wrong place. I need to put them between the coal generators and the batteries, not between the batteries and the batteries. Also, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna leave? Oh man, because at the end of season 2, I am Weasel. Ahoy! I am Weasel. I'm over here because I can't play it while I'm working. Aww. I'm familiar with that particular affliction. I'm not gonna be able to play tomorrow at all because I will similarly be afflicted with adulting responsibilities. Oh, speaking of which, I should mention, I'm not for sure that I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow night because I'm traveling, not for a long way, just I don't know if I'm going to be home in time tomorrow evening to do a stream or not. Also need to hit up Hero to make sure we are doing a stream of consciousness tomorrow night, because he had to postpone from last week because he had family in town. So I'll try to remember once the stream is done, or if I get an opportunity here in a few minutes. And Tuesday night for Hero, yes, thank you. And I'll mention it again because I don't know if I mentioned it previously, but there won't be, for the last couple of weeks of July, or for the last week of July / first week of August, I'm going to be out of town, and I'm not bringing any equipment with me that will allow me to stream because I have to fly and I can't really bring the equipment necessary to stream along with me. I have a laptop that I could use, but I don't want to like pack a bunch of stuff. Besides, I need my yearly vacay time off from streaming anyways. I'm not gonna be out of touch. I'll have a computer with me, and I'll have my phone obviously, but I myself am not gonna be able to stream. So okay, so that's all hooked up. How are we going to do this part? I think if we put a splitter right there. One time I was flying with a laptop that made me take it out of the bag, open the disk drive before even running it through the scanner. Huh. Yeah, I've flown a few times, and I'm fully expecting that I'm going to have to de-shoe, take out everything, or like take out the electronics from the carry-all. I've actually been, I had a colleague recommend to me that I don't actually pack a lot of clothes. I just carry the must-haves on in my carry-all. Don't even bother with the suitcase, because he's like, this is the guy who I've not talked about him before, but he's gone on lengthy trips in the past and packed maximally and did a bunch of, like, he did a backpacking trip through Europe, and because he used two backpacks, one on the front, one on the back, he kind of wrecked his back a little bit. So never checked a bag in my life, and I've always been able to pack a week in a backpack. Yeah. Just go in pajamas and slippers, don't even bother with the belt. Yeah, true. But where I'm going, I can easily purchase clothes, and then I can also, like, I could do the reacher approach. I could buy clothes when I get there, and then before I leave, take them to Goodwill. So I'm only carrying the essential stuff with me on the aircraft. And considering where I'm going, I don't need to have a whole lot with me. Oh good, those are filling up. Nice. Wow, that is really full. It's actually a good buffer for the coal. Backpacking cross country is a bit different story altogether with needs. That's more emergency supplies, food, water, more than anything else. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what all he packed. All I know is that he was talking about it after the fact, talking about how he ended up kind of wrecking his back. Not fully wrecking, but making it harder to actually, like, be as nimble as he was before he left. Let's see. So one thing I think I want to do, I'm not going to be able to do it at this angle. You say 2K miles each direction, and very much a different beast. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm not doing anything like that. So I'll probably be okay when I pack. I'm not packing a lot. Just pack the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. The only things that I'll need on the flight. Oh, it's walking, yeah. Whoops. Where'd that go? Building cannot be nudged. How dare you not be nudgeable? See, I think I need to make one more row on this side. Ah, God, I need height, but I need height with an angle. So we'll get this out. Yeah. Whole rug glitch is really only good for console players or people who just refuse to have mods. I think that's gonna work. Yes. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Okay, so what I'm going to do, following the formula on the Satisfactory Wiki, putting this at 75. We need 4 of these. So this is going to be a little awkward because we don't have the range to go all the way out, but we can at least do 2. Ooh, if we cheat, we might be... Nope, can't do that. Alright. So we'll have to pipe them around, like pipe in the circle, I think. Or do... Copy settings. Oh, that might... Ooh. I just realized something. I might just be able to do another row on this side. Because with the piping, I was looking at it under here going, ugh, how am I going to do the piping? But I'm looking at this. As long as I can put the other pipe here, I should be okay. Let's check it really quick. We'll demarcate it. This will help us demarcate where we're going to need to put the thing. So right there, I think. Let's head up to the top and look at it. Oh, that's what I was going to ask. So do you think if they do season 3... Because if you know, they reduced the cast in season 2, or by having, I forgot the lead. Having Luke's son and daughter-in-law be in a different safe house with the kid. They ended up bringing back the kid and the mom for a little bit, but Oscar was not in attendance in season 2, and the way they ended season 2, there are a couple more characters who probably won't return for season 3. One character in particular who probably won't bother returning for season 3. But what do you think? Are they going to write them both out if they do a season 3, or do you think one of them's got potential to come back. No, that's not what I wanted. I write them both out in such a way that allows for them to come back. Yeah. See, I wonder if I can do it without putting down any more. Oh, good, I can. All right. So I'm going to take out the base foundations under this one. They are not needed no more. Okay. Paste. Paste. Excuse me. Alright, so next thing we want to do so we need to pipe these up. Hook all these pipes up. I found a little trick over the weekend. Check this out. See the conveyor pole? Well, it turns out I can actually mix and match that with these other poles. Super duper handy. The only question is that where that goes? What I'm gonna do is to make sure I line these up properly. I'm actually gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this. This is just to help me line up the poles. I'm going to sink them in a little bit so that I can remove the foundations and still have the poles be looking like they belong. They're placed properly, or not floating at the very least. I don't know why all of a sudden I've got the hiccups, but oh shoot! You know what? Too I'm sorry, I have to use the restroom, so I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I just realized what song was on that too. I'm like, oh good, I've got 2 minutes. But then I'm like, oh wait, I don't have... That's not an appropriate song for the middle of the stream, so... I might look into getting another song for like an intermission, some sort of deep dive gaming another deep dive gaming sea shanty of some sort. And I forgot to sync that in. I think that's gonna work. Oh, fiddlesticks. No zooping. No zoop for you. Yeah, see? That works. Okay. Sorry, I'm sniffly apparently all of a sudden too. Sorry. I was muted. I was commenting on how I don't get to have straight without brokenness. So curve may be my best option for right here. So I'm trying to get a pipe set up that I can do a junction on right here to line up with the pipe hole above. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. Yuck. So we'll put you back on auto, I guess. Yeah, I may have to just do another. Do something. Let's see if I can. I want a straight and even pipe. Ooh. I think that'll work. Ow, you jerk. I forgot it does that, where it's like going, you can play with the height now. I don't want to play with the height. think that's gonna be as good as I'm gonna get. Don't be that way. Thank you. Oh, come on. I'm trying to visually do this, and it's a little... see? I think it's slightly but lifted up. Let's get rid of this. Maybe it's just an optical illusion. Yeah, that one is a little weird somehow. So let's do this. Let's take these both out. See if we can... Yeah, that looks better. Whoops. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get, honestly. Might be the hump in the middle, yeah. It's definitely the hump. I mean, I could convert this to a clean pipe. Maybe. There we go. I mean, you can see here, there's definitely, the lines are definitely a little bit off here. But I don't... Hang on, I've got an idea. If we... Where's my thing? Not what I wanted. I'm getting better at using the hotbar. I'm not there quite yet, though. Move, creature. Thank you. So, if I do this, line this up, and then pull it all the way as far as I can. Not lose sight of it. Okay. Stop pushing the wrong button, you noob. Okay. Alright. There we go. That ought to get it. That way we know it's the same height all the way across. I just gotta line up this way. That's possible too. Now, another thought I had was maybe if I can try and get this straight up and down, or at least, let's see, let's try that again, but let's go, no, wrong button again, stop giving me too many buttons to push, game. Noodle, horizontal, vertical, straight, that's the one I want. So if I can get, nope, that's not gonna work. It's gonna have to be horizontal, vertical. Like that. Stop being a stupid piece of junk and giving me things I don't want. There. Now I'll have an easier time lining them up. maybe. What do you mean can't be nudged? Okay, so I need... Plan C. Use another foundation. So I've got the wall mounts now available. Put it there. Why do you do that? You wait, I get something lined up and then you take it away from me because I change a different height. That's rude. Is there extra pipe sticking out of the bottom of the horizontal pipe that was messing up? Yeah, I'm aware. But what I'm thinking is if I can use the wall mounting. Come on, come on, come on. Where's my buttons? So we got this pipeline wall mount here now. Oh no, I didn't get the foundation close enough. Or too close. See, that's what I was going for. Except still not lining up. What is it with you? Well, it was worth a try. I'm just gonna have to do this visually. I'm usually good at this. So, I just gotta be overly pedantic for a moment. There. Nope. Almost. How about conveyor or pipe support? Maybe to line it up. How do you mean? Like have a line? Ooh, actually, my foundation might be good here. We'll see. Because this thing will clip to a foundation piece. Or line up with foundation. Except we want it to be the other way. So I wonder if another... No, it doesn't react the same way if we're going vertical. Or attaching to an existing pipe. Okay, so let's try Mojo's idea. Put a conveyor pole just right there. See if that will help us line it up. Ooh. That might have helped. Hey, there we go. The combination of our ideas. You suggested the pole, I suggested the foundation. Between the two suggestions, we got it. Okay, so now that we've got the one on this end figured out, let's just see if we can get this pipe all the way from this end to that end. Nope. Okay. So we need to, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to have a, darn it. Stackable. God, bushes. Put that there. So that should reach. And that should reach. Okay, so now we gotta do the same thing all the way across here. Last one was helpful because it was dead center. These being off center are gonna be a little rough. That may not have been what I wanted. Darn, that line there's not helping out. I think that's close enough. I wonder if we could do this one without that, without the foundation, if we just go. Like that. So I think you should build vertical pipes first, then run the horizontal through them, then add the forward junction. Maybe. I did try both ways. When I was rigging up the piping over on the other side there, I tried it both ways, and they were pretty equally difficult to get this pipe to visually line up. Or the junction, I mean. And that one looks like it's a bit off. Whoops. One pixel too far to the left. We're not keeping that, but we're gonna actually might have to do that again. Face it this way. Okay, so that pipe, that's for that pipe. So we're gonna need to hook this up. To bend it, just run it straight into the ground. This pipe doesn't have a choice. It won't let me do it that way. It has to have a base. So it's gonna automatically put a base in. Because watch, if I just do it, I'm not pushing any buttons. It's automatically putting in that support pole. So I can't do it straight down. I mean, that's as close as I can get, is if I do it that way. Like that. So that actually might not be a bad way to do it though. So now we just stupid bushes. Shoo! The only trick is making sure it's going to line up going horizontal instead of vertical. But that's less of an issue because it gives me guidelines. So that works out. Okay. I'm actually surprised that stays consistent. That does that consistently. I did not know it did that behavior before tonight. That's actually good to know for the future. I don't know if this one's going to let me do it the same way. Oh, there it was. Okay. Oh, and had stuff closer to it that I could click on, so it was throwing it off. Okay, so we can move these now. Move that before I forget. Doing the second row is going to be much harder because I got that there. May have to like run it over the top of these and down. Then I've also got to worry about getting these hooked up. So this is going to be the next fun part. Can't crouch and look at it at the same time. There we go. Okay. See, I'm glad I finished the game. Finished at least one playthrough of the game. Because if I were trying to be this pedantic on on a incompleted game, or a game where I didn't know what the ending was, it'd be driving me crazy. I would not be able to be this patient. But, and that's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to finish the game on the last save, or the last playthrough, so that I could come in and try and do this more methodically and be able to pay more attention to the fine detail without feeling like I was wasting time better spent on trying to get the game completed. I think that's straight. Speaking of last save, I haven't actually, or last playthrough, I have not actually gone back over there to try and get my 1,000 tickets, or 1,000 coupons. I could have been doing that today, but instead I was wandering around to burn time, or to be able to play without feeling like I was leaving out the audience. I went around and picked up more hard drives and moisture spheres, because I know I was going to need them eventually. Okay, so there's that bit. There's that bit. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my usual... Let's see, actually, I almost need my foundations again, briefly. Because what I want to do is make my support pieces. So we only need that. So these do nothing structurally other than make it look like this thing is structurally sound and not just floating up in space. Which this is not going to let me do that. Need to go around the main line? Yeah, I'm trying to... make it look like it's holding up the pipe. It's not really, but I want it to look like it is, so that this doesn't look like it's just floating without any sort of support on it. But I don't have a good way of attaching it. No, it's... I do it on the cap. It's sort of a... It's hard to explain, but I want it... I don't want it to run the support pole through the pipe, obstructing it. There, that worked. I think. Nope, it's still too low. Ah, never mind. I didn't get everything I want. Wonder if I can make something on this end. Nope. Nopety nope. The only other thing I can think to do would be to add some architecture. And just fake it. Still want to get it lined up properly. Yeah. Nope, it's gotta go this way a little bit. Once I stand dead center, nope, I can't do that because then I'm in the way. Never mind. Wait, one other thought. Where is it? Organization. No, logistics. No, that's not what I wanted. The problem is if I add a pipe, it's gonna want to fill up, and I don't want it to fill up. That's why I like the pipe, whatever you want to call these, conveyor pole or pipe poles. I'll have to put some thought into what to do here. But I guess we can try powering this up now. We only got a few minutes left of the stream. So, let's see. We got these over here. Oh, I've missed one. Let's see. Power storage. It's facing the right way. Is it oriented correctly? Yep. Okay. Oh no. It's gonna clip through those guys. I don't think these, yeah, these are not daisy chainable. More's the pity. So we're gonna probably just put a power pole or a metal pillar just right in the middle there. Actually, I wonder if that would work instead of these guys. To hook them all up. Ooh, just some barely clipping on that end, but that's okay. Alright, then we just need to power up on the other side. And no, there isn't the pipe hole with the cap. I just finally saw your question, sorry. How did I do this? Oh, I think I know. That's better. Okay, so now this can be... I think I can hook you up to there. Yeah, so we can eliminate this one. And this goes to here. Why is you not powering up? Oh, wait, it's just waiting on water now, I think, at this point. Okay, those are running. Those are running. Oh, I saw water. I saw just an itty bitty wrinkle of water. And then I just realized I need a pump. Because that's more than 10 feet of head lift. This way, please. And I forgot to hook up the pumps in the back. Whoops. Yeah. So we're not gonna get full power yet. Nope, that does nothing. Okay. Okay, so we got a couple of them running. Alright, so I'm going to work on getting the rest of this figured out. Because we need to do these two around to here. Probably with our own pumps and whatnot. But then we should be able to get all 8 of these guys running. And then we'll have some real power. And then we can look into getting oil power. So I think I'm going to end here. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out, watching, and please leave a like and subscribe if you're on the YouTube. If you're on the Twitch, please hit the follow. If you're on Rumble, same. I will hopefully be back here tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time in order to finish this up and show you my progress. And we'll look at what we need to do next to get the modular engines part for phase 3 begun. I think we're mostly there. We just got to figure out where we're going to build them. I think we're probably going to need rubber, so that's going to probably be a main attraction for the next week or so. But until then, enjoy Satisfactory, fair winds, and fun gaming, people. Bye bye.